one damn thing. The pistol round is underway for this first map. Train, elimination on the line. Team 1 versus Team Singularity. And already we're seeing a heavy presence from Team 1 over towards this B bomb site. Sheikh Zilla just jump peeking for the information. He's going to get that spot. Oh my god, look at Hydrex. Look at Hydrex in the back line. They hear him though. And Barton turning around, takes him down. Now it's the man advantage taken for Team 1. Ryan inside of the aim bomb site has to try and make a bit of a stand here because these rotations are only just coming in down towards CT.
Yeah, they had a 4-man A setup, Harry, and just showing the bomb down ramp force a full rotation from Singularity. They're trying to get back into the bomb site, but they're finding nothing but death, Harry. Only Sheikh Zilla left up. 1-on-2, that bomb's going to escape, and TRK will deal with the threat. It's going to be Team 1 starting things off. What a nice change of pace for that pistol round. I love that. The flank from Hydrex is one thing. Like, fair play for him for going for it. You spot the bomb down B. How often do the T's back off? Very rarely, especially on a pistol. So for him to full flank, understandable. Team 1 catch that, though. They must have heard it. Obviously, part of the plan was to back off, show that bomb, force over rotation, and they'll pick it up on the A site. So force buy in round number 2 here for Singularity. This force buy is pretty lethal. Double scout, shotgun, pistol, SMG. You got all the ranges, Harry.
You got a bit of everything, and Sheikh Zula's here with that Mag 7, looking to take it close. Ryan helping out with the dig, and Ryan's got his running shoes on, narrowly gets down the ramp. We'll still get away, though. Man advantage taken here for Team Singularity. This force buy, you mentioned how it looked pretty deadly. As more and more time passes, it's only going to get worse. IDK desperately trying to deal with this man down in Pop Dog. It looks like they're going to start to rotate back. Now, Hydrex has been waiting here for a little bit. He hasn't heard anyone over towards B, and you can see with Ryan over towards the rafters, if he clears out those box walls, Hydrex can actually come in on the flank here in through Pop Dog. Even if he doesn't elect to move up, this position later on into the round could come in handy for Singularity, especially if Team 1 try and head in towards this A bomb site from Ivy. Now, they've got plenty of utility to make this happen, Hugo. That is one silver lining here for Team 1. 2 smokes, collection of flashbangs, Molotovs. They have enough to get some of these players out of these angles and force some of these gunfights, but they have to get something from that if Team 1 want to convert this round.
Floppy's just backed off on the corner as well, meaning contact's going to be made later, so rotations might take some more time, but now the flashes come through. Bit gets tagged up already, this scout chipping away. 30 seconds for this bomb to go down on the A site, and Bit needs to get through it, but he's been taken down. Scout finding more success here for Singularity, and there's just a couple more players left up. IDK tag low, 15 seconds on the clock. This Pop Dog player has yet to come through, and Maluki turns his back. That's when they'll activate. Ryan comes through connector, and a 3K for Ryan with that deagle. What a brilliant force buy from him, and Singularity going to pick it up. You can see how much that means to them. Pumped as they find their first round on the CT side. And yeah, absolutely beamed, Harry. It's going to have to be a force buy back for the likes of Team 1.
Interesting. Team 1 actually not electing to force buy. It really isn't every day you see this be the decision in this second round.
Yeah, the reason they're going for this is they can almost guarantee a B plant, and if they get a B plant, they'll be able to buy them next round. Now, if they don't get a B plant here, Harry, they're going to struggle to buy, and they'll end up probably forcing half buy with pistols next round. So this is actually like one of the situations where it's kind of important they get a plant.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not every day you see teams try and play this round like this.
Yeah.
This plant becomes so important, and they don't even get to smell a bomb site. They don't even get within 20 meters of getting that bomb down. They all fall. Singularity keeping 5 alive, so they do find that conversion.
Yeah, that's a bit of a risk. I feel like if you need a plant, like I get trying to overcomplicate it and throw 3 players over towards A and try and put a bit of a fake, but honestly, your best bet is just sending 5 down ramp and trying to get that bomb plant. Maybe you get it, maybe you don't, but it's better than that.
And like, so the one thing is I'm normally of the belief that it's better to force in that second so that you can try and break your opponent's economy.
Yeah.
But the one thing that is actually kind of nice about taking the eco in that round is, say, like, we were saying that they needed a bomb plant. Well, say it was more just on the off chance they were able to get one, they would still have that full buy available here. And now, even though they don't have that, even though they didn't get the bomb down, they've still got pistols to work with in this round. So they've still got that force to come in. It just left them with the opportunity to get a full buy into this 4th round. So actually, I kind of like the decision. It's not really one that you see too many teams elect to make.
Yeah, the reason being is because, you know, on a full eco round, you could never guarantee a bomb plant. The only map you can is train B site. And even then, guarantee being the wrong word, but this is the easiest site in the game to get a plant in on an eco because obviously, you know, it's common to see CTs give it up. It's common to see only one player here, and you could just send 5 down the ramp and the bomb site's just in front of you. So I don't think you would ever see that decision being made on another map because I can't think of anywhere else where you could guarantee a plant. Either way, quick anti-ecos from Singularity. They deal with these 2 armorless rounds, and that is going to be some confidence boosting, some money making on the CT side. But guns coming back in, Harry. We should have the AWP as well.
Looks like maybe we have a short little technical pause here heading into this this first buy round for the first like buy round,
Yeah.
I guess.
I'd call that the first buy round.
Yeah.
Which is weird to get that 5 rounds into the game.
Yeah, right. And I mean, you think about the fact that, you know, Singularity are able to keep those 2 rounds nice and clean. They're going to be feeling pretty good. I imagine we see them run the bonus round into this, right? You've got those SMGs. You haven't really had to rebuy on anyone, so you can look to make even more cash here. And I think CT side train is a map that can lend itself to a couple of SMGs thrown in here and there. You've got ramp as a close position. We've already seen Shakezilla playing that with the MP9. You can even look to get a player over into Pop Dog, which can be another really hard position to deal with on those SMGs. So, hey, look at this.
Why don't you hype me up like this before games, Harry? You got some dance moves. I've seen you.
Yeah, I got like 2, and I just changed the sequence that they come in. It's good.
The dab and the whip.
The dab and the whip. Yeah,
Sometimes the nay-nay, you know, you're really...
I love that, like, you know what we should have as the official, like, you know what I would love to have open up a CS event?
Oh, no.
StarLadder are listening, now's the time to book these. Do you remember the meme of, like, that, like, school choir singing the whip nay-nay, like, imagine that, man.
No, watch me whip.
See, now, if that wouldn't get you pumped up before
anything.
a major grand final, I don't know what
I don't blame
would. You know, like, you don't have to roll out some DJ that you paid 10 million to be there, all right? Like, just
I do it for only $9.99.
just bring in, like, this like, you know, collection of choir people and sing.
Collection of choir. You can just call them a choir, mate. That's what they're called.
Yeah, well.
That's like, yeah, instead of getting cars, just bring in this collection of vehicles, you know? There's a word for that.
It was, yeah.
I'm really throwing you under the choir here, sorry.
Throwing me under the choir. Oh, dear.
Oh.
Well.
Where were we?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to remember what exactly the money is looking like.
It's a full buy now.
No, I know it's the full buy, but so here's the thing. I do think as well, because they made the decision to take the eco in the second round and play for that bomb plant, which they weren't able to get, because they didn't stick so much into the force. I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing, you know, everything you need here for Singularity. Yeah. Normally in that second round when you force buy, you've got armor, you've got deagles, you're buying down to $0, right? Because it's double eco territory anyway. So even when we saw that buy come in the the third round with like the pistols, they didn't bother investing in armor. So these guys are going to be, you know, $600, $700 better off than what they should be at this point in the game. So I imagine we're going to be seeing the AWP come out nice and early here for the Brazilian squad. Singularity, they definitely have the option to purchase one up, but as we were kind of prophesizing, I'm imagining we're just going to see an attempt at the bonus round here from the American team.
They should know that this T side is going to have an AWP, and the best thing about an AWP is getting one for free, I think. You know, like winning a rifle round, winning a bonus round, and just getting a free AWP. Nothing better than saving $5,000, Harry. I don't think anyone will disagree with that, but still waiting out this technical pause before we get back into things. It is, of course, only day 2 here at the Americas minor. The minors in general, we're running Americas and the EU over each other, well, not over each other, but on the same days, and then we have the CIS and Asian stuff coming up in just a few, of course, minor play-ins after that third place decider, which is always interesting. We obviously only had that since the last major in Katowice, but that was really fun, if you recall. It was, off the top of my head, Windstrike, North, Vici, and I can't remember the Americas team, but the most crazy part about it was, Winstrike and Vici, the two Asian and CIS teams, winning over the European and the North American teams, which was a bit of a surprise, but a well-earned spot for them in the major, or at least the major qualifier. Or actually, I guess that is the major. So I wonder what on earth could happen here this time.
I just saw some hands getting clapped together, which is normally the universal sign of, like, let's go. Now the fist bumps are going around. This is all looking promising. This is like, when you see the signs of spring coming in, Hugo. Things get hopeful. The summer's right around the corner. That's what this feels like. The leaves are starting to blossom again. The plants are growing. The farmer out in his fields, man.
Fist bump in the trees.
Fist bump in the wheat.
The wheat.
And Theresa May is just trampled into the ground.
That's very naughty.
That is,
in fact, could be the naughtiest thing.
Yeah, the naughtiest thing
anyone's
I've ever
done. God. Well, we're back in, Harry. We see players running on out of their spawns. It's going to be round number 5. Full buy here, Maluke on that AWP. OC's actually gone for it himself, but I'm not against this idea. Fast play for Shakezilla. He's actually flashed off, but he is going to get above the smoke, just dodging Maluki's angle. Team 1 want to go for the B hit straight away, so Shakezilla's got to be careful because that smoke's about to fade. No one can see him yet. Bit might get the advantage, but Shakezilla, he knows someone's there. He's waiting, and he's got the kill. Can he find any more? No, but he's got the info that the bomb is up in B halls, and so Singularity not going to overstep with a flank this time.
So last time Team 1 showed this many players over towards B, they were quick to rotate back to this A bomb site, and this round might be more of the same. Ryan does look wise to this. He's going to wait down at the pop dog. And Molotov will connect, so they know he's down here. He'll drop that smoke to disallow this early drop into the pop. Team 1 temporarily have to stop. Slowed right down. Floppy. Oh no, if he takes his peek, Floppy's going to get deleted.
Ooh, I like that.
Floppy will just hold his ground, not peeking into it just yet. Timing's everything here, because TRK and Maluki, they've both got flashbangs and nades out at this point in time. They throw all those in, they're going to wait for that initial peek to come through, and Floppy doesn't give it up. The utility reigns in, and no one's pushed, so I imagine we maybe see Floppy start to aggress forward in just a moment's time. Maybe try and spot out if this is indeed the fake. Ryan is currently alone over at A, but OC's now rotated in.
No.
Missed shot, and Maluki's going to get rid of him. OC hung out to dry. Only Ryan left. Could deny the bomb plant. And as he tries to peek into it to do exactly that, the moment he looks away from old hell, IDK peeks him and shuts him down. So Floppy left alone in the 1v4 here.
Doesn't get worse than that, Harry. And that's such a shame for Singularity. The reason that's so sick from Team 1 is because they sat in B halls after going 2 for 1 for about 45 seconds. And what that did is that made Ryan start to question positions like Ivy. Even though everyone was spotted inside B halls, they left so much time, and Singularity didn't get aggressive elsewhere. And so they just completely lost all info on where these Ts were. Ryan was patient, waiting for that Ivy play. It doesn't come through. He hears the bomb plant. He goes to stop it. And then the back green push comes through. Just very, very unfortunate, but that's off the back of Team 1 playing it extremely smart. That's the value of not just rushing into a bomb site the second you get spotted. If you're patient enough, that has its benefits, and Team 1 find a second round on this T side. Now, Singularity did save that AWP, and of course, the bonus rounds, or the anti-ecos, have put them in a position to fully buy up still. So it's okay for the next couple, but they're going to want to pick some up. Oh.
This round, bit of a change from Singularity. They actually work on taking this main I can't even speak.
Yeah, it happens.
Oh.
It's early.
It was like a few starters, and then it just progressed into the fully fledged thing.
Once you've got like 3 in you, it's just unstoppable
I know.
at that point.
Speaking of unstoppable at this point, TRK out from the rafters. Shakezula's now realized, oh my god, they're everywhere, and he'll get shut down trying to fall back. Try to rejoin the rest of his team. Not able to get away. The bomb goes down, and now this leaves Hydrex and OC first men on the scene just to try and lock it down, allow some of these rotations to come in. That was a tag and a half. Not quite able to complete the kill. OC finally will come in with one. Oh, Ryan's taken down Bit on this wrap round. Singularity were looking like they were going to save, but now they've been tempted back into this. They've got a couple of kills. They've made it look possible, but Barton and TRK looking to hold their own in the bomb site. Ryan with just 12 points of health, there's no time. And Singularity, it's a nice attempt, a nice couple of shots from players like OC to almost make that happen. Will fall short there, and that was just a flat-out brute force from Team 1 into that B bomb site. Singularity, the thing that's worrying me now, Hugo, is surely in the back of their minds, they're going to be a little bit conditioned, perhaps, to have an extra man over towards that B side of things. We've seen Shakezilla go down a few times.
Well, yeah, I think that's just a more of a part on Shakezilla's hand, right? Like he gets caught repositioning. Now it's just a timing play. He gets caught by players pushing out heaven. He spots that, but trying to reposition to play for retake is what gets him taken down. Shot in the back. He just needs to be in a better position from the start, right? So somewhere he can actually find cover from without being caught down lane side. But either way, this round is a double B push, and a TRK is going to kill them both. So already a strong start for Team 1. Singularity taking an eco with that one save gun that's already been removed, plus Floppy. So this one should be a quick one for Team 1. That's a nice kill from OC, but there'll be nothing else to follow through. Team 1 take a clean anti-eco. Singularity coming back in with a buy. Nice spray.
Yeah, Team 1 are looking deadly so far. Since getting onto these rifles, they just haven't been missing a beat. So I'm hoping that this buy round now for Singularity can hold a bit more success for them, because since stealing that second round away and then the two they were able to get on the back of it, they haven't gotten anything done. AWP out over in the hands of Shakezilla. This time he's playing back up on the rafters in that B bomb site. They've swapped that up with OC opting for the AUG in this round. So they clearly believe that Shakezilla might be the answer to their problems with this AWP over at the back of B.
Oh, deep flash actually misses. It goes behind the doorway. Shakezilla avoids it, but he also misses a shot to follow up. That would have been a great opening kill for Singularity, considering this is still going to be a B play. Looking like Team 1 just want to run down this ramp room. Double flank potential here for PopDog, and no one is covering it. So this is not caught out Team 1 in the past. They've been good at disengaging and going back, but will that be the case here? Two pushing down ramp. Fantastic spray with the AUG, finding a double. Shakezilla drops a player out of heaven, and even though OC's dead on the site, Shakezilla will not give up the plant for free. He's going to get flashed in aggressively, but maybe not calmed on that. He gets fully blinded. Could have killed him, but luckily Team 1 have actually bailed once again. They are able to get back up the ramp and look somewhere else.
Yeah, they boost Bit up just to clear the PopDog. They know that Singularity have been putting players towards this area on the map. So they're anticipating that maybe someone could have moved into the back line. Now they get control of PopDog, then they haven't really had to expend all too much to do it. They get down for free. So 15 seconds, this A player has to come in quickly. Ryan and Floppy have this crossfire set up. They can look to trade off of one another. And no trades necessary, because they take both of those kills cleanly. Team Singularity finally back in with another CT side round to tie things up.
Yeah, and that AWP switch up, maybe what they needed. The AWP shutting down a player out of heaven. OC with a double spray as well, so players starting to get warmed up, Harry. That's a big thing as well, right? These guys only played one map yesterday, and both of them got, you know, in Team 1's case, got 5 rounds, and Singularity got 8 rounds. That's not really a lot of time to get used to the setup, to really get in your groove, to be playing like you do at home, where you're so used to. So hopefully over the course of this best of 3, we see players get more accustomed to the setup, and already things are starting to look up, especially for Ryan. He's got an aggressive in T-Con, found an opening kill. OC's dropped the player down in B, and this is a pitch-perfect start for Singularity. Warbang coming through, connecting, but still a 5-on-3. Ryan can afford to just give this spot up. Doesn't want to get naded or Molotov'd out. He's playing with fire, mate.
Yeah, he really is. And they say normally when you play with fire, you get burned. Let's see. Ryan certainly will. Bit bursts him down. Still the man advantage in favor of Singularity. But a 3-on-4, by no means impossible for Team 1 to get back into this round. Maluki over here towards main. Now, Hydrex is up in the heavens. Really the only man who can look to contest with Maluki right now, and he will make his presence known by dropping Bit over on top of the bomb trains. Barton set up down towards Pop Dog. Ooh. Nice shot from Floppy, my word. He drops him as he leaves from the Pop Dog position, and now just Maluki left standing. 1v4 required here, and so many bodies towards this A bomb site. He's just backing off, and even then he might go running into a very floppy man indeed. Singularity take the lead.
I love the switch up early on in this half. What we weren't seeing from Singularity is the right amount of aggression, especially considering Team 1 where you're showing presence and then slowing down. That's a perfect chance. When you spot 3 or 4 players in the bomb, that's when you should be throwing an aggressive CT player. Train is such a good map to get accustomed to that, because it's very hard for Tees to hold every choke point, right? To hold Pop, to hold T-Con, to hold Ivy. If you spot players down B, you can get aggressive on one of those. But there's a great example of how to utilize, early spawns and just getting in the face of your opponent, right? Push in B, push in T-Con, and even Floppy flanking Ivy in that 4-on-1. Just making sure that, you don't let off on the pressure. So Singularity starting to look very, very good on these rifle rounds. Team 1 with a bit of a tactical pause to try and work out their problem. We'll be getting back into things. The coach of Singularity, not even anything to say. It's all going very well, so no need to change. 5-4 up, anti-eco here for Singularity. Another Deagle round for Team 1.
Oh, these nades only will be one right now. Ryan's throwing in another. Actually a deep smoke, and this means Hydrex is very pushed up, but that might not matter because he's pushing them in. 6-4, Singularity. Clean round.
That's a sick recovery considering he was fully blinded when the first player peeked him. Don't know how he gets 4 kills there.
And perhaps like a bit of a needed confidence boost for Hydrex, someone who throughout this game thus far has been pretty quiet for Team Singularity. Prior to that round was sitting on just 1 kill. So chance for him to build up a little bit of faith here in this round. And
gotta have faith, Harry.
Oh, you most certainly do. Now maybe Singularity have that. They've got some confidence reinstilled. Aggression over here towards B once again from Team 1, but it's a double Pop Dog setup. Ryan and Hydrex pushed up into this position. I'm curious what the idea is behind this. Now, it's this double Pop Dog setup. We see teams run it because so often you can play a bit of a bait and switch. Right now, you've got a player to watch for this drop down. IDK will spot a man in Pop Dog. He communicates that to the rest of his team. And so now, I mean, Hydrex has left Pop, but had he stuck around, if a push comes in from main, Hydrex can be the man to engage. He can take that fight, and then if he goes down, they believe they've dealt with that one Pop Dog player.
Ooh,
right. Yeah, that's a bit overzealous there. IDK is not gonna fall prey to that.
I think he was waiting for the reload, and when you hear the reload, if he was up enough the ladder and the reload comes in, he gets the timing perfect, he can kill that player for sure. But yeah, you got to assume you don't get spotted getting on that ladder, and he is going to get found out by IDK. He does know, in fact. So 5-on-4, Team 1. That's the start they needed to this round. They're going to push up Ivy. 40 seconds for them to get this plant in. And it's a 3-pronged attack to this A site. TLK's thrown that deep Ivy smoke, so that's going to allow these 3 players to get up and flash through or go old bomb. Plenty of options here. 20 seconds, so they got to move. OC, he's going to get split upon. He does have his teammate covering his backside from Pop Dog, but no one is watching T-Con right now. OC dropping the first man in. And this time continued to be an issue, especially with OC hitting more shots. Second man dropped. Bomb is still up, but they're going to lose the Pop Dog. 10 seconds. Maluki needs to stick this bomb, but that's the round already lost. Team 1 taking their time and far too much of it. It's going to be a 7th for Singularity. I don't know if you can hear that shouting.
Oh, I most definitely can. I don't know how you wouldn't be able to hear the shouting. And that was a massive round from OC. He was completely surrounded on that A-bomb site. He had players at Ivy, had players coming from main. There were players over towards Sandwich. And he just constantly repositions between the different contact points on that bomb trade to isolate as many of those 1v1 fights as he can. Helped out as well by that bait and switch setup of Hydrex and Ryan over in the Pop Dog earlier on. Now, Ryan's death, in a way, wasn't really in vain. It allowed for Hydrex to swing out wide towards the end of that round and catch the main player from Team 1 completely off guard. And now it's back to the drawing board for the Brazilians. Just this partial investment. Ryan is blind, but so are Team One. All the footsteps in the world running by him. And Ryan might not even get a piece of the action. He sees one person and that man's bit and he falls to it.
That's so unfortunate. All the smokes, all the flashbangs completely cutting off his vision. Maluki's not getting out of here alive. OC with more kills on this orb. He has been hitting shots. 16 kills deep on the AWP player for Singularity. Very, very strong stuff. Maluki is, or has been saving at least in the previous round, so he should be able to get it up here. But yeah, a bit of a tactical pause before they do so, right? This is an important rifle round. There's only a couple of rounds left of this half, so paramount that Team One find it, because going down 11-4 is not what they had in mind here. Especially not on their map pick. Calm and collected are Singularity, though. Apart from the shouting I've been hearing. Assuming that's them and not United, though, I'm hearing American shout, so I don't know which that is.
That's the thing, man. Whenever we go to Team Singularity, they don't look like a
shouty team.
Yeah, like a shouty team. They seem pretty poised, pretty calm. Yeah, this is an average day in the office, guys. But maybe I'm wrong. OC, I mean, he's just been so hungry for kills. He's hungry for them. Maluki nearby. And OC actually able to get the double down there somehow. He's good for 2. There's still one man down towards Ivy, and that is the bomb on the back of Barton.
Look at Ryan. Formula One racer here. Now, I'm not sure if his footsteps were heard, but he just ran from Ivy to push T-Con, and this is the contact that we wanted. Once you spot that bomb or spot players in a certain position, you know you can take other areas of the map, so Ryan's done exactly that, but will he get timed? Will he get caught? And it seems like he will, going a little bit too far. IDK was patient for it, and that is the case of IDK hearing him, right? He was top pools. He heard the footsteps of a player running into T-Con and just patiently waited for it. Let's split up the last 2 Singularity players, 1 per bomb site. They could group and play for retake, but honestly, I feel like in this spot, your best chance is both players splitting up. Oh, footsteps being made on B, but it's only one man. Will that bait them in? It seems like it will. Hydrex is rotating because TRK has found that kill. Even though the bomb's going back towards A, Hydrex should work that out sooner rather than later, and I think he has. 30 seconds. Team One are already on the A site.
Yeah, and he definitely wants to give this one a look in. He knows the money's not great for Team One. If he can even take one of these rifles away, even if they lose the round, that's still going to have massive implications for the rest of the half. So Hydrex edging his way into this bomb site has to be so methodical. There's so many unknowns, so many variables here. We haven't really seen much from him. We're not going to get to see any more in this round. That is Team One locking down a 5th. 2 players staying alive, so we won't get to see an AWP here for Team One. They weren't able to go ahead and save the 2 AWPs that were dropped down towards Ivy. There will be OC's AWP out on the CT side.
The last couple of rounds of the half, though, Maluki's had to take a bit of a hit with the UMP, but could be lending itself to a B play here for Team One. It seems like it. However, they've been so keen to back off after getting the entries. They might not this time. There's a kill. OC getting aggressive with the AWP again. He's been so good at finding these openers, but this time running into 4 players. Last time was 3 and he got 2. Or with 4, he gets none. So that's maths.
So the pattern there is with 5, it's a team kill. Yeah, OC trying to go aggressive, trying to be the man to create all this space for Singularity. That's kind of just been really his sole responsibility, and he's been so damn good at it, but finally he gets shut down in this round. The rest of the team, however, pulling through for Singularity when it matters most. Okay. Not the greatest flashbang you've ever seen, but it doesn't have too many ramifications. Smoke starts to fade, Fitz heard. The Molotov just spreads and tags him once, and that is so triggering. That's the only reason Floppy flicks back to the ramp. And there's Maluki found at the end. It must be Singularity.
Yeah, I just saw Ryan. I just saw Ryan go, woo! It's a bit of both, I'm sure. I think they were opposite United. That would make a lot of sense, right? And I saw them chatting to them earlier, so I'm sure they're feeding off each other's energy. Both American teams trying to beat Brazilian teams and vice versa. Singularity certainly doing so right now. 9-5 up, last round of the half, and it isn't the best of buys. Team 1 taking a hit with utility. Singularity doing a good job of sectioning off these B plays. It's kind of Team 1 getting to themselves a little bit. With slowing down once they get down the ramp, but this time they speed it up. Out through T-Con. How on earth does Hydrex get a kill there? He had a nade in his hand. Ryan's going to find a triple, and that's the bomb drop. Last man alive, down to 50, and the AWP will lock him in. Singularity, 10 rounds on the half, shutting things down, looking like far better than they did yesterday, at least over on Nuke, looking more comfortable here on Train. They've still got a job to do. Team 1 have got to pull back a big lead. Can they do it? You're going to find out in a second. Join us after the break.
Explosive first half from Team Singularity. They sit 10-5 up here on Team 1's map pick of Train in this opening elimination game. So it's all on the line, and the pressure falling on Team 1 right now. They're sitting 5 rounds behind. As we say, this was their map pick. They came into it. They secured that pistol round. They lose the follow-up anti-eco, and then we see them put on a bit of a streak when they move into their first buy round. But outside of going, you know, that initial, I think it was 5-4 up, they didn't post a single round. So it's been one hell of a recovery from Singularity. Really, it was when we saw those AWPs come into play, over in the hands of OC especially, but we also saw Sheikh Zula picking it up. That was really where the difference was made for this squad. Ryan as well having some massive moments, some big flanks. Hydrex stepping up massively. I think 5 or 6 rounds in, he was sitting on 1 kill. And then he got that 4K eco spray down. Since then, hasn't been putting up massive numbers, but the kills he's been getting have been very high impact in these situations where he shouldn't even really be able to get away with 1. This round, Singularity, 4 players down towards Ivy, and they're just going to try and blitz their way into the A bomb site.
Yeah, good shots from IDK though. He's dropped the bomb with that first kill, and they're going to have to pick it up, but they can't get past the Train. TRK laying down the pain, and he's going to get 3 in that pistol round. Team 1 starting things off once again here. That's 2 pistols under their wing, Harry. Now, this time they need to find that conversion, and surely they will, right? Because Singularity only going for a deco. This is an interesting purchase. I kind of like this. I might, you know, if we don't see a bomb plant for Singularity, they can't buy up next round with this. So they might just go for a double deco round. And I kind of like that idea. You have the lead. Your degos are pretty effective. You can keep the money at bay for Team 1. And, yeah, definitely a chance to win it as well. But you're going to have to hit some blinders. Let's see if they can do so. OC can't see as a flash is blinding him up in main. IDK has pushed pop as well. Singularity just split with this default, but no early fights going their way. IDK might even hard flank this. TRK's had enough, and he's going to start just laying down shots in main, getting 2 kills for it. Any more? Keota. Ooh, Reload's got to come in eventually, so IDK can clear it up for him, and yeah, clean, flawless, no deaths for Team 1. Singularity, they actually are going to be able to buy up AKs and armor, but they won't get utility here, so it's probably going to be another eco, more pistols, maybe some armor. Ooh, I'm going to go for it.
I kind of love it.
Yeah,
I kind of love it.
Sure, why not?
Double Krieg, double Galil. And what's Ryan going to invest?
AK armor? No.
He Kriegs up.
What's up, my Kriegers?
The Galil is like the M4 of the T side.
No.
That's how I justify it to myself.
The Galil is the
head.
FAMAS of the T side.
Nah, Barton on the ramp with the MP9. And he was hoping to be the demise of the T side, but instead he goes down. 4v4 as that bomb plant comes in. Singularity already getting ShakeZilla close up towards the connector, but TRK extended that man advantage of, oh, hang on, look at the minimap. Look at Hydrex. He's got his running shoes on. Oh, that's a nice little picture-in-picture. Let's keep an eye on both of these. This is the most multitasking I've ever done, but this retake coming in. OC falling in the bomb site, but now the wraparound from Hydrex. And together, they're fragging, but the defuse now being stuck. Hydrex has to get a move on. He's running in, and he gets them off the bomb. It's down to the wire, but I think there's just enough time. Team 1, with milliseconds to spare, able to get that retake off, and an 8th round solidified in spite of that flank that comes through connector and completely blindsides them.
Honestly, props to Singularity. I love the call of going for the deco and then buying up. Even though you have pretty trash utility, if you just hit him with a B rush, I don't think Team 1 expected that in the slightest. I think they thought another eco was coming. Only one player towards that B site, immediate 1-for-1 trade down the ramp, and then, you know, a 4-on-4 post plant that, yeah, Singularity almost got. They could have won it. So, yeah, I'm all for that. I like the decision making. Being said, it's not worked out for them, Harry. Still yet to get a T-side round. They're back down to pistols. Last time they were on Deegs, it had, well, little to no, not little, just no success. They didn't get a kill. So, really, sky's the limit. Only way is up. Let's see what they can do. Already forcing Maluki off the angle. But I'm sure he'll be keen to go back in. That utility finding slight damage. Ryan has found himself out Olaf as well, but even so, 4 players on this A site, it's going to be a rough one.
Ooh, they almost catch the timing onto Bit, but this crossfire is just going to be far too strong. Surely, actually, maybe not. TRK is stuck between a rock and a hard place. There's shots flying into him left and right, and now it's Maluki and Barton trying to hold their own. They will pull it back, and they get it close, but Maluki finishing things off, securing that 9th round for Team 1. And now just one away from tying this up. And yeah, you do feel bad for Promek ShakeZilla there in the 1v2. The aim punch playing into that, obviously. Didn't have armor. That was just the eco from Singularity. And it feels weird, right? Because Team 1, they've brought this back to 9-10. They've recovered these rounds that have gotten close very, very nicely. But in the back of my mind, I can't stop myself from thinking that Team Singularity haven't had a proper full buy with all nades, all their utility yet. I feel like this is going to be our first real test. You know, we've seen Team 1, we've seen them have to operate, you know, at like 80% right now on the CT side. Like even when the rounds have gotten close, they've recovered, but the buy hasn't been there. This is our first real taste of how they're going to stack on up against each other. Tactical pause before this buy was just called in by Team Singularity. They had some time to mull this one over. Let's see what change comes into this round. OC's got the AWP, Maluki still with his on the opposing side, so we will get to see the clash of the Titans here in this round. And Maluki starting off with the aggression down Ivy.
Yeah, already posted up. This is going to be a hard one to deal with. OC's holding the angle, but this is going to favor Maluki. Unless the flash gets him, it does. He just gets around the corner in time, and will survive. Luckily, the smoke is still down, so they actually can't take him down on the peak. But Barton gets aggressive on B, and he's dropped floppy. So a default favoring Team 1, at least in this situation. Man advantage taken early on, and this is exactly what Team 1 wanted. Looking to go 5-0 up on this CT side and continue to batter down the money of Singularity. They're not far from doing so, but what will be the response here? Ryan's going to push back into main. TRK gets caught, so that's something. Forces a rotate off of B at this point, but the bomb's still back in T-Con, and Singularity still pretty far split up. Just trying to control as much of the map as they can, but Team 1 aren't biting.
And this is almost definitely going to have to culminate in this A play. Now, you've got Sheikh Zula throwing in his utility over towards that B site, hoping that he can keep IDK and Bart in here. If he's able to do that, it's only Maluki and Bit to hold down the A bomb site. The AWP's already primed in over towards main. Maluki will strike one from the tally. In the meantime, Sheikh Zula coming in on this flank. The problem is, even as he's finding kills over towards B, the rest of his team are falling at A, and with only 12 seconds left, they try and turn back round. They try and get into this bomb site. It's OC pushing in, but Maluki's on the bomb train, trying to bait the peak, and there's just no time. Maluki laying down the pain in that A bomb site. 3 kills for him, the hat-trick. And we are seeing just the AWPers on either side of the equation stepping up massively in these last few rounds.
That's unfortunate for OC as well, right? He gets that kill on Ivy. He just tries to stick the plant. He has 8 seconds. He hears the scope on the train. And right then you have a decision to make. Do you just gamble with the plant and hope the AWP misses? Or do you take the fight? And that's assuming you could get the fight. He couldn't until it was too late. And by that point, it doesn't matter who gets the kill.
Pretty sure as well, he tried, on the back of here in that scope, he tried to fake the bomb plant, but he did like the iconic, like changing just too quick.
That's what I do all the time.
Yeah,
you know me, yeah. I still feel like that. Does that not make a sound?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm always confused about, because I never hear it. Like, I didn't hear it in the game then. I never hear it when you do it.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I just always assumed it did, but I don't know why.
Yeah.
Some games, like I don't know, maybe it's just because you can tap the defuse, right? You don't need to, like, maybe that's just confusing me.
Because it's like, I always used to... No, like, I didn't think it did, but you
I know it
believed
doesn't. It doesn't, because no one does it.
Okay.
Everyone would do it if it worked. It's just me, and I get it wrong every time.
Well, you and OC
I don't do it
now.
anymore.
He's joined the club.
Thank God. You know, we got so much in common. We love the AWP, and we can't plant bombs. There we go. Well, Singularity, they're having a rough T-side right now. 5-0 for Team 1. Remember, only 1 full rifle round with everything, which is kind of weird, but... That's a product of Singularity's doing. They're going back towards B. Now, remember, they hit this site last with almost full buy, and it almost worked out. They got a great post-plant situation. So let's see if this one's more favorable for them. It's going to be a 5-on-5 retake. Team 1 giving up the site. Martin getting tagged. Now, you need to make sure you have some control of this B site. So Floppy going to push up close connector. Doesn't want to give too much control the way of Team 1. A re-smoke here would be nice if he can get it down. And there it is, yeah. Buying more time for Singularity. And they have a kill as well.
Yeah, this is one of the best chances we've seen Singularity have to pick up a round, and they just keep on extending that advantage even further. They do lose Floppy going aggressive, but Team 1 have already backed out of this round. They've already given it up. So the fast B play and a double kill from Ryan on the entry might have been all it took for Singularity to finally break this streak. Team 1 chaining the last 5 rounds together consecutively.
Getting keen. GGBet odds starting to level out. They were in favor of Singularity at the start of the game. Now no longer, but Singularity still hold the lead, only as of that previous round. Still going to be a long road to recovery. T-side. 5 off of this win, and it is only map point, of course. It's not even their pick, it's Team 1's choice. Inferno's going to be coming up next, and then as a third, if we get to it, Nuke. Bit's going to be pushed down Ivy in this round. He's got the bait and switch. He's got the AWP behind him. Ivy has been a very good spot for Team 1 on both halves. Let's see if that continues. Maluki posted, waiting for the P. It's a double. He gets one. Trade is there. Now does OC expect Bit pushed up on this corner? He's just going to swing. He hears the smoke go out. Knows he can catch him with his pants down, but the trade is there. 2 for 2. Singularity won't let a kill get untraded, and now IDK dropping 1 on B, but the smoke has cut off Ryan. He's going to bail. He's going to regroup with his teammate and go back towards A.
You know, Ryan's been so good at creating the space, especially over on this T side, but even CT side, he was the man leading the charge and a lot of the aggression they were pumping out. So keep your eye on him. TRK certainly is. Not able to double up, but the rotations are already here. And that bomb on the back of Sheikh Zula now rotating away. IDK is looking in towards main. Oh, it's a Mexican standoff almost. 2 players out there. Everyone with weapons trade there, but it's just who sees each other first. Sheikh Zula, timing not in his favor. Barton swings out Team Ace for Team 1.
You hate to see that.
Yeah. It's always the way, though, isn't it?
Yeah, scope for 40 seconds, unscope, die.
That's what I always find so relieving. I'm like, at least that kind of BS never stops throughout.
Yeah,
you know,
it happens to pros more than us.
Yeah, exactly. So tactical pause here for Singularity, or Team 1 rather, actually. Despite winning that round, they've called one in. And, you know, they kind of, understanding the importance of this coming round, obviously, you know, you've had the chance to try and crunch down on this, this Team Singularity economy a little bit. Obviously resetting them after they pick up that previous round. Now it's only going to take away 1 notch of the loss bonus they have banked up. But that can still make a difference.
Singularity have been getting so many close rounds on A, but never ones that they're picking up. The only round they've found on this T side is a B play. I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to that. Honestly, I wouldn't be against it, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it, Harry. Been trading so effectively on A, all down to the 2-on-2s that they lose, which is unfortunate. Quick pick attempt for OC. He is out with the orb. This is dangerous, but he's going to find a kill. Taking the nade to the face. Now he's taking down the Ivy player. That opens up this port for Singularity. Ryan going to go running in. Spray is good. Transfer is not. TRK getting a couple, even though Singularity keep this advantage, though. Bomb going down, and finally looking like a positive situation for Singularity on this T side.
Yeah, but look at the HP on Shakezilla. OC's not looking too healthy either. This one nade on Barton might be enough to pull this back into a 2-on-2. And Maluki, as he spies the man down in Old Hell, OC continues his reign of terror at this A bomb site. Barton now thrust into the 1v3 clutch. Bombs planted out in the open. There should be absolutely no way he gets back into this round. That time has ticked away, and he might just look to try and hold on to this. Or he's giving it up. He's gone. He's not taking any chances. Yeah. His old mate Barton. And Singularity, they continue to keep in the lead. In spite of the odds, they might have been 10-5 up. And then we might have seen things get equaled at 10-10, but we haven't seen Team 1 move into the lead since the very first few rounds of this game.
Yeah, and I can confirm that the screaming is definitely from Singularity, because Furia have beaten a United 16-9.
Either that, or United just love Furia to begin with.
Yeah,
like.
Or just love losing. Woo! We're going home.
Yeah.
Well, of course, that's only map 1. It was Nuke. Furia love a bit of Nuke, but Overpass up next. So we'll keep you updated with the mainstream game. Of course, this one looking a little bit more competitive. Just split right now. Anyone's game, 12-11 to Singularity. And no one is letting up. Tactical pause here from the American side of things. And one thing that I think is good about this minor is people have been using their tactical pauses. That's something that I feel like doesn't get used in situations where it should at the top level. But you know, important to make sure your coach has input, and Singularity and Team 1 are both doing that. For now, it's a faster A approach again. Pistols out for Team 1, or a pistol on bit. Everyone else armed somewhat, but this is a pretty trash buy. It's lacking utility and structure. Singularity just going to meet them with a quick contact play out through T-Con, waiting for no one.
TRK, he's been so good in these pivotal moments. Him and Barton finding 3 kills between them. TRK tagged up earlier on, finally finished off by Floppy. And now it's just Bit, and he's alone. Only a 5-7 to work with, and a pop drop as there's one strat left in the old sleeve here. Now that bomb is dropped out in the open, and as they kind of make a bit of noise having to try and retrieve it, Floppy's still adamant that this pop blank is going to come in. They will have to get that bomb. They're waiting. They're hoping that, they know that the odds are Bit's going to try and rear his head at some point. And Floppy, very aware. If Bit hasn't shown his head yet, really there's a few things he could be doing. He could be trying to wrap in through Ivy. That's why you can see OC's looking a little paranoid. Maybe could have gone aggressive in through B and towards main, but this is the advantage of Floppy's position. He can just watch for pop. Bit.
Run.
Yeah. That's it. This is done. 13-11 for Team Singularity as Bit backs away.
Yeah, okay. Singularity are definitely shouting.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah, it's getting interesting, isn't it? It's getting heated.
Yeah,
Harry.
it is getting heated, man.
I don't blame them with how this game's gone. Like the flow and the who's had control. That's just, I hate to see that. Yeah, who has had control of the game has been switching so often, right? Think about the start. It was, you know, Team 1 take pistol, Singularity win force. Team 1 win a bunch of rounds. Singularity close out the half flawlessly. Team 1 get 5 rounds in a row on CT side. And now Singularity, well, they've regained control. Not only that, Harry, they've broken the money. 2K per player here from Team 1 and Singularity bordering 14 rounds. This should be their 14th without a doubt. And then Team 1 have got to fight with their backs up against the wall for the rest of the map.
And Team 1 have tried to stack a bomb site here with just these pistols. They stacked A, the bomb's gone B. That's always the way. And OC getting to pad those stats even further. And look at him pad them out. 29 and 15.
Get out.
For me, him and Ryan have been looking so good for Singularity in this game. I think that, you know, OC's got the big numbers on the board. He's had a lot of big moments, but the space that Ryan's been able to create in a lot of these rounds at Singularity have won have been kind of that turning point. We have been looking towards him and OC a hell of a lot. But they're able to rise to the occasion, and that's the thing. If they're able to embrace that, then, you know, there's no reason to shy away from it.
I think one great thing is TRK is having a great game. I mean, yesterday was versus NRG, so it's like I'm willing to write that off, but he really struggled. He had like 6 kills or something. It was not too great. So yeah, he's top of the board right now for his team, 21 frags deep. But if there was a time they needed him more than ever, it would be now, Harry.
The thing I'm loving about TRK is, like, he seems like one of these guys who's so good, and actually gets better in, like, these high-pressure scenarios where he's, like, the one guy defending a bomb site versus 3 people. That just seems to be where he looks so comfortable, as weird as that sounds. Like, he's one of these guys who's always good for, like, at least 2 kills in whatever position he's in.
He's been doubling down on that A site quite consistently. But 2, Harry, that's not enough. You need 5.
That's the thing. I mean, you could draw a lot of parallels between how this game's kind of shaping out for both teams in the sense that it's an AWPer and a rifler, just kind of 2 people really having to deliver. Like, over on the side of Team 1, I think when Maluki's had this AWP in hand, he has been able to contest with Singularity. The problem is for Singularity, their money's not an issue really now till the foreseeable future, at least. They're able to bring this AWP out on OC consistently. Team 1 don't have that privilege. They've got to try and pick this round up with a pretty limited buy. They don't have a kit if that bomb goes down. They're already almost out of utility, and we're barely 30 seconds into the round.
It's not what you want up against 14, that's to say for sure. And this is why Bit had to run the glass 5-7 just a couple of rounds ago on a round where his team forced up.
It's not even a glass cannon, man. It's like a
glass
slingshot.
It's just
like
a bit of glass, mate.
Yeah,
It's glassy, so it's not even
got
that
the
good.
glass at least.
Not known for its range.
To be honest, you know, I'd take a bit of glass over just my fists any day.
Yeah, but take into account you have a knife by default, that kind of makes glass a bit redundant.
That is true. I saw a suggestion someone made for a grenade that sounds like the glass breaking in the game.
That's brain damage.
Yeah, I know. Like, oh.
Haha, we got them. We broke a window. No.
That would only ever come in handy on, like, Nuke.
Man, I thought decoys were trash. Look at Bit. He's pushed all the way down Ivy and killed Hydrex in Spawn. Hydrex having a bit of a nap. And you can see Singularity bailed. Immediately they realized, okay, if they pushed up on Ivy, they could be everywhere. They could have taken B completely, and they had 3 players there. Now, getting aggressive on A as Maluki, doesn't need the AWP, drops the bomb. The wide swing from Floppy does find the trade, but there's 20 seconds, Harry, and there's 2 players on the site.
Yeah, Floppy out in the open. Oh, he's going to get them both. 14 seconds. He's got to grab this bomb. He might just have to try and play for the kill. He first holds Pop just for a moment. IDK now arriving on this flank, and Floppy backstabbed so close. He gets it down to the wire. I thought we were about to see something phenomenal. It seemed like he had the read. He even waited in Pop.
No,
he was
had to
aiming.
reload.
I know he had to get the reload off, but he was very much considering that wrap round as a possibility.
No option but to run, though. He had to.
That's the only problem, right? He knows that in that situation, the CT on the wrap round can just wait. You know, the time is all against Singularity there, all against Floppy.
I feel like these faster rounds for Singularity have proven way more effective than these slow wait and B and just get pushed by aggressive CT players. They need to keep it fast and furious, Harry. The immediate B plays have done wonders for them in the past. Even these A burst rounds where they've just gone for 3 set attacks through Ivy splitting T-Con and Popdog. The longer they wait, I feel like the more impatient Team 1 get. So Team Singularity going immediately. That smoke coming down too late. They're through it. Barton's got a spray. He's got a pray, but he's already gone. Floppy continuing his efforts from the previous round, and they are just going to mow down these Brazilian boys on the B site. 15 rounds guaranteed as Team 1 go in for the save. OC's got to be 30 kills deep after that as well. So what a game he is having.
And that's the thing, like for Team 1 now, this buy that they're going to have to fall back on is anything but ideal heading into what could be the last round on your map pick.
Yeah.
Especially when you consider they were 5 rounds behind. They caught up. They tied up 10-10. It was looking like Team 1 were well and truly back into this and looking threatening. But in these last few, they just haven't been able to put a stop to this momentum that once again Team Singularity have started to build up. And we are seeing a bit of confidence instilled now. I mean, OC, for example, went from being, he was looking pretty quiet at the start of this game in the sense that he wasn't really doing anything crazy. Like first, 5-6 rounds, then we see that AWP come out and it all changes around. He gets the big green gun, his weapon of choice in hand, and he looks like a different man on the back of it. And now over on this T side, the fact that money hasn't been an issue has been a bit of a heaven for OC.
Oh, and keeping up the pace, they're running through smoke. Singularity want to end this game now, and they might be able to, but TRK, always good for 2, Harry. Mows down a couple through the pop smoke. Ryan going to catch IDK, and I'm not sure where he was going, but he was running to his death. This is looking done. It's only Barton left up. 1 on 3, and they're already down Ivy. They've got his number and his name and his address. They're going to post him to the next map. It's going to be Singularity. 16 rounds here over on Train. Inferno is the follow-up, and it's their pick as well. 2-0 on the cards.
Yeah, Team Singularity rising above Team 1. There's only 1 spot available, Hugo, and that's the thing. One of these teams does have to go home. And right now, with Team Singularity sitting 1-0 up, their map pick in the horizon, they're certainly feeling confident taking this series. Now, the question for me is, we speak a lot about resilience. Now, I want to look towards resilience, Hugo. Can Team 1 weather the storm? Can they make it through to the other side? Can they take us the distance? Because they're going to have to now.